purported pardon must not go unpunished. It is a reality.
Those in support of the transition say aye. Those against say nay. Let's have it.
According to a Nigerian columnist, Professor Jibril Ibrahim, pardon in contemporary Nigerian English refers to the exercise of legislative might to create new estimates for budgetary expenditure outside the estimate proposed by the executive. The Constitution gives the executive the power to propose budget estimates, while the legislature considers and approves them. The assumption is that estimates are based on national programs and plans carried out by the ministries, departments, and agencies of government, which have information on revenues and have developed and costed projects that fit into the general plan. The National Assembly has, however, developed an attitude that since they approve the budget, anything they insert therein is legitimate, and it is on that basis that pardon, that is the insertion of projects that have been neither planned or had their cost estimated, of course. There are two forms of pardon, the corrective and the criminal. Corrective pardon refers to an assessment made by the legislators that there is a lack of balance in the allocation of projects, and they decide to design and add projects on their own, purportedly to correct the mistake. The problem, however, is that this correction becomes a device to channel all sorts of poorly planned projects to their own homelands. Criminal pardon, on the other hand, is the insertion of phantom projects in collaboration with like-minded MDAs with the intention of fraudulently collecting the amounts allocated and sharing the money. Both corrective and criminal pardon make nonsense of governance because they create a huge divide between governmental programs and the budget, which gets completely distorted by insertions and subtractions and empty it of its intended objectives. Pardon has a long history. In 2000, former President Olusegun Obasanjo refused to sign the budget passed by the National Assembly, claiming it had been padded with about 2 billion naira added to the National Assembly budget line. The president at that time also identified 15 other areas which he said had not emanated from any MDA and had simply been inserted into the budget, and therefore refused to sign the document. The National Assembly basically threatened to remove the president through impeachment, and since Obasanjo succumbed to the blackmail, the amount of pardon has been growing exponentially since then. And let President Yar'Adua also experience the same problem, making him refuse to sign the 2008 budget due to excessive pardon, but he eventually had the pardon reduced, not removed completely, before he agreed to sign the budget. Since then, subsequent presidents have simply signed the budget and shut up. During the reigns of former President Muhammadu Buhari, in 2015, a former chairman of House Committee on Appropriation in the 8th Assembly, Abdul Ningi Akpabio, a lawmaker from Kano State, had accused the Speaker of the House, Yakubu Dogara, and other principal officers of the lower legislative chamber of pardoning the 2016 budget to the tune of over 40 billion naira. He alleged that the Speaker, Yakubu Dogara, colluded with his deputy Yusuf Lasun, Chief Whip Al-Hassan Dogwa, and Minority Whip Leo Agu to earmark up to 40 billion naira to themselves in the National Assembly budget, and that he was the one that thwarted their plan. The House of Representatives suspended Jibrin for a period of 180 legislative sitting days. Here we are. In 2024, the Nigerian Senate is under pressure to offer explanation on the allegation of budget pardon by the senator representing Bauchi Central, Abdul Ningi, Senator Ningi, who alleged 3.7 trillion naira 2024 budget pardon has since been suspended for 3 months by the Senate. President Bola Tinubu submitted an appropriation bill of 27.50 trillion naira for the 2024 fiscal year to the National Assembly. A review of the 2024 approved budget shows that the National Assembly increased the executive budget proposal to 28.78 trillion naira. A civic organization focused on the Nigerian budget and public data budget has thrown its weight behind suspended Senator Abdul Ningi on a 3.7 trillion naira gap in the 2024 budget presented to the National Assembly. Budget has calculated that 7,447 projects worth over 2 trillion naira were inserted into the 2024 budget. According to budget research, a 100 billion naira envelope was earmarked in the 2024 executive budget proposal for lawmakers to nominate constituency and zonal intervention projects to cater for projects in their constituencies. However, the National Assembly members have gone beyond the 100 billion naira envelope to insert thousands of constituency-like projects in the budget of 326 MDS that in most cases neither have the mandate nor technical capacity to implement and monitor the execution of the project. Budget recommends that judicial interpretation. The judiciary, though ordinarily not part of the budget process, can make a significant impact, specifically in Nigeria's case. For some time now, there has been uncertainty about whether or not the National Assembly, by constitutional provisions of powers of appropriation, oversight and review, has powers to insert new projects into the budget proposal without recourse to the executive. Share your thought in the comments section. Thanks and stay blessed.